Greetings and welcome to Die Drink and Die presents the Grimstone Chronicles Season 3 Episode 13. I am your host, but not your DM. That will be divided between Mark and Adam tonight. Let me get your mics in a warmer than cold state. There we go. We just microwaved your microphones. How is everyone doing on this fine Thursday?
Pretty good.
Mark, you're looking a little different.
Yeah, I
Looking like me and Adam.
Naked
face.
Naked
got a funny
face.
comment, just throw them in the chat or in the comments on YouTube, whatever you want. I know what I look like. No. I have to, because of basically red tape and people who don't want to change things or ruffle any feathers, I have to get fit tested for a face mask I no longer wear, but used to wear several years ago.
At work.
As a safety requirement. Even though a day after I get tested, I will no longer be allowed to wear it because I will start growing facial hair again. Okay. So every 2 years I make my mother happy and shave my face.
Do you take a picture and send it to her?
Yes, I did. I actually took a picture last night, sent it to Mom, and I just wrote relish it.
She only puts one, but you know, in the china cabinet in the corners where you show the pictures.
Yep.
There's this this running every 2 years picture of Mark.
Yeah.
I just don't have a shaved face all the time.
My face is.
Oh.
Anyway, yes, that's why I look like this.
Well, you look about 10 years younger, Mark.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I noticed it's been very cold up in Sudbury. I think it was, Monday it was minus 40. Whew. that was bad. This morning I've had a beard for the last 2 years, so I walked outside and right under here I was like, oh my god, what the hell?
Why am I cold here?
Yes.
Oh. Hey, Fox, what's up,
Hey,
man?
Fox.
Good to see you, bud.
Hey, Fox. Anyway, yeah, that's been, and other than that, I've been at work, so whatever. Next.
Ahmed, what's going on?
It's good. The good news, the kids are going to school on Monday. Working with 3 children is not easy at home. No. It's like because I just went back from vacation and everyone's been working for like a week and a half. So just a tremendous amount of work that I have to catch up on, and it's fun, but no.
Your kids are at the drunk midget stage too, right? Where they run around and do whatever the hell they.
The young one, the toddler, yeah, he's a year and a half. He's running. He's just pulling. I'm like, don't do that. He's like, looks at me. He's like, I'm pulling his shit. Boom. Like,
there's no reason or thought of consequence. Let's just do things.
He said, no, it's probably fun then. Bam. Smashing noise. I like it. Let's do it again. So yeah, it was fun. But...
So I told you before we beat the Mario, we beat the Bowser. She was like, let's collect the rest of the stars, and we found the star world, like the bonus world at the end of the game, where all the really hard levels are. And the second level of that basically gave her PTSD. She's like, I can't. Because the whole stage, the platforms just keep rotating. She's like, this thing, I can't. It keeps spinning, I can't. She's like, no, I can't. So we bought. I bought her the Donkey Kong game. It's going to be worse. We had a hard time with the first level of the Donkey Kong game because you only get like 3 lives and you get to share the lives instead of like 10. Donkey Kong is not like forgiving.
No. It's not like, oh, you have a little bit of health left. Like, no.
I remember like the old school Nintendo games. They weren't like today where it was like, oh, you died, go back to a spot, keep going. It was like you
have
died
3 lives,
3 or 4 times. Doesn't matter if you're almost at the end. It's like, no, game over. Try again.
Yep, you get to try again. Go all the way back.
All the way back.
When you find the life, you're like, yeah, yes. I get 10
it's
more hours out of this.
It's one of those things where it's like, the speed runs for some of these games now are like 10 minutes long. Some of them are like 5 minutes long. Super Mario Brothers 2 is like 5 minutes to beat that game. It took thousands and thousands of hours to get that pattern down, so you got your $1 worth out of it.
Yep.
For sure. It was really funny because we were playing. It's like, we're going to play for 2 hours. It's like, okay, we're going to play for 2 hours. We're like 30 minutes in. I have to stop. They keep spinning. I can't do this. They're spinning. It's like, it'll be okay, honey. You can't make him stop. It's like, no, I can't make him stop. They're just going to spin, and then it's going to wait, and then it's going to spin again. And you have to get from one side to the other side before it spins, or else you're going to fall into the abyss.
And I will laugh at you forever.
I'll get frustrated because she'll keep falling off, and we got 10 lives between the two of us. So I'll collect like 3 1-ups along the way, and I'll get to the point where there'll be 0 lives left because that's how I get to the level, because that's how many times she's fallen off. And then I'll be like trying to get to the level, and then I'll get in trouble for being level without her because there was no lives left. But it's like, I had no control over that, sweetie. You just kept mashing the jump button. You were like, because you come in as a bubble, so she like hit the button to spawn before she was over top of something you could land on. So she quite literally just mashed that button to fall into nothing. Just like, it's fine. Video games are fun. They bring people together. Small chance of getting punched in the balls.
Warning. Might get punched in the balls.
Might get punched in the balls. Yeah, that's...
I was getting caught up on some movies that I had meant to watch that had been released recently. So, do you want best to worst or worst to best? There's 3 of them.
Worst to best. Okay,
worst to best. Matrix Resurrection. Even the movie thinks it shouldn't have been made.
Really, eh? Oof. Oof.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to that one.
I was kind of like, yeah, they're going to do something cool at the top, like the coolness of the 90s. They've had all this time to... No. Nope. No. No, it was just basically... Oh, I don't know. Even the fight scenes. Remember how cool some of the fight scenes were in Matrix?
Yeah,
even the Matrix ones that sucked.
They were weird.
Oh yeah, even in the ones that sucked, that the fight scenes were still good. These ones were just sort of dialing it in, like they just kind of. It was just awful. It was just bad. All right, it was trash. It's like one of the worst movies I've seen in a long time. Kind of
really
trash. Oh yeah. I wanted it to be good, but.
Those are the ones that hurt the most.
Yeah.
You were the chosen one.
What are you doing?
Better than that
about sad?
was the Eternals. The Eternals was okay.
Be honest. You went in with low expectations, and it was better than what you thought it would be, because that's what happened to me.
Some of the explanations I didn't quite like. I don't know if this is quite a spoiler. It's like, okay, there's a bunch of these superheroes you've never heard of. How come during all this crazy shit did you not come out? And they went, yeah, we weren't allowed to. Oh. And then the movie proceeds on the path of them doing a bunch of things they weren't allowed to. So it's like...
Right, so where are you going? Why are you allowed now?
It's the Captain Marvel problem. Where were you when Ultron was exterminating the planet?
and that conversation happens early in the movie, and then you're just sort of like, but there were some decent fight scenes and action scenes and neat visuals and that sort of thing. The premise was, and the movie that
I found they tried to do too much.
Yep. And then the movie I enjoyed, like, these are like the big blockbuster-ish kind of movies. The movie I enjoyed the most of the 3 that I watched since we've chatted last was Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Which is...
Shang-Chi's beat those 2? Oh, damn.
There's a couple of, like, writers, do your job.
There's no writers.
Do your job, writers. There's a couple where it's like you change 3 sentences and then the movie makes sense. They didn't put the time frame between like the maze puzzle And like the ordaining, it's like, okay, so you could have made it a year, you could have made it 2 years, you could have given them time to train, but no, it's like it's tomorrow afternoon, and we're going to teach people who've never done anything.
It was a much more fun movie than the other two were.
It's definitely the summer popcorn blockbuster.
Yeah. But out of those 3 blockbusters, it was like there was a clear winner.
So we watched Black Christmas, like the original.
The original. I was going to say which one.
And it's godlike. Every time I watch it, it's like, oh, this is like from all these other 4 horror movies. And then it's like, wait a sec, it's 5 years before any of those other movies were made.
Yeah.
It is the progenitor of the slasher film. It is the original slasher film. It is a slasher film from which all other slasher films come from. Which some weirdo Canadian made this movie.
yeah. No, as slasher films go, it's good.
It's quite good. And then Jessica and I had a discussion about like Terminator Dark Fate or whatever the current one is, and it's like, so it's not very good. And she's like, I've never seen this. It's like it's not very good, and you have seen this, but it's not very good. It's like you haven't seen this either. It's like I can tell you the plot. It's not very good.
It's just like based on the fact it's a Terminator movie.
It's a Terminator movie that came after 2.
Yeah.
Not very good.
Exactly, yeah.
The best you can hope for is, it's all right. It's not very good. So she finally got to the point where it's like, and it took a long time. For her, it was a brand new movie up until Arnold Schwarzenegger came out in the maid outfit. And it's like, it's like, you apparently didn't remember at all about the whole, like, in the first 2 minutes, you destroy all the other movies.
It just reminds me, my mom went through, it was like 2 years where I just left a bunch of movies at her place so they could watch. And every time we came over, she wanted to watch the second Pirates of the Caribbean. It's like, Mom, you've seen it? She's like, no, I haven't. Like 3/4 of the way through the movie. Oh, wait, I have seen this like 3 years in a row. Like it was a running joke.
I can't tell those movies apart. If you show me like a scene of one, which one is it from? It's the one where Johnny Depp says something quippy.
They got worse and worse as the sequels went on. There were like 5 of them. It was
Johnny Depp started independently funding them.
Yeah.
There's one legitimately where he wanted to keep shooting. He's like, I want to keep shooting. I want to buy rain gear for the entire crew because I like doing this. So I'm just going to buy everybody a rain jacket so we can shoot in the rain and they won't complain.
You know what? If you've got money for that, you go for it, man. I legitimately enjoyed the first one.
They're fun. If we're talking about like the popcorn film, those are popcorn films.
Perfect.
You can tell me it's bad, and I agree with you, it's bad. But when you're watching it, there's music, there's shit happening, there's guns, boom, the guy's doing a thing. Fun happens.
Speaking of a universe where shit happens, let's segue into, I don't know, I think the last couple of games. We're going to resume with Chagga's stuff, right? Are we going to start the night with that, or?
Yep, we can do that.
All right. I declare a thumb war. Chagga visits the family holdings of Dunehold after receiving a letter from his mother. The visit turns out to be a trap orchestrated by an ancestral spirit. Chagga, along with Grackle, Dugganschmirph, Zogel, Mog, navigate a gauntlet of undead and constructs that have overrun Dunehold. In Mumsy, Chagga, Grackle, Dugganschmirph, Zogel, and Mog continue to battle their way through undead that overrun Dunehold. Chagga comes face to face with 2 members of his immediate family who have been transformed by the invading ancestral spirit. And last game, Silver Lining. Chagga, Grackle, Dugganschmirph, Zogel, and Mog face the remaining dangers of Dunehold before confronting the ancient and deadly spirit of Chagnaran Syndicard Dune the First. Two characters died.
Oh, yeah. Mark has a bigger death. Like Mark tied Marty's death tally in the campaign in one session.
2 characters died, forcing Chagga to bend knee to the horrible.
You guys split the party in the middle of the fight.
Wait a second. Who split what in the middle of the fight? I seem to remember a couple of clowns just being like, "Screw you, buddy."
Yeah, those cloud spells were really bad. Oh, they were so horrible.
If you ever thought a controller was like, the controllers are supreme. Yep. I control the battlefield.
No,
Why?
we just didn't have enough oomph. Chagga didn't have the right spells prepared, and those cloud spells just demolished the party.
And teleporting to get around the cloud spells doesn't work.
Yep.
And then you put the stupid guys right in the stairs, so it's like the troll is trying to get in there, and there's these guys who stand there with 200 hit points. Yeah. I'm like, god damn. I can't
use your health, guys. Could really use something.
Controllers. Basically, you divide your enemy. We did the same thing in the first fight against Chungus or whatever the thing was.
Yes, you did.
We're like, this is too much meat. This is too much meat at once. You divide it in half and deal with it.
It's almost like battlefield tacticianery runs in the family.
Yes.
Tacticianery might not be a word.
Now, we kind of wrapped up the game very quickly, but I've got a list of things after chewing on what happened that Chagga wants to do. Maybe some of them happen quickly, maybe some of them don't. But he does have, 5 days of downtime? That he
does, yes, before he has to be back.
Yeah. And I think
5 days of bereavement leave.
Yeah, bereavement leave, and then it's his next order is in 10 days we start a bunch of research. So I think Chagga's got some time to deal with some of these things. I also don't know if we did this on screen or not, but Chagga does want to deal with his mother, as well as a few other things. I've kind of given heads up to the DMs about what I'm gonna go into, and then I guess I'll stop talking now.
As a good player.
Yes. What are your plans as opposed to
just showing up and being like, "Oh, that adventure you want to do? Nah, I want to do this stuff in this other place." But before then,
is it Mark still with the DM stick, or what's going on?
I think Mark's got the DM stick, and we'll pass it back and forth as required.
Yep.
Okay, I've got a question about the legendary artifact that Chagga got.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna forward that one over to Adam because.
Okay, so it is called the Rod of Godly Harvest. It looks like this thing.
Looks awesome.
It's awesome. What kind of weapon does it act as?
It acts as a mace.
Light mace or heavy mace?
Heavy mace.
Okay, and is it a magical mace in its current form, +1, or?
It's a +3 mace.
+3 heavy mace. Awesome. Cool.
It's a warrior's mace. For macing people.
It's got some amazing powers, which we will use in game. All right, I don't know where we want to leave off. Like Chagga killed his, basically, committed patricide.
Ahmed also had some questions about I've got ability drain, so it might be picking up the next day might be a good point. Just
okay,
at least quickly.
So. I think we said that we spent about a day going through the castle and gathering up things. Chagga can prepare the 3 spells he needs to
restore your companion.
To restore my companions. So I'll just tick off 3 cleric spells at 4th level.
Okay.
And using the rod, because the material component is 1,000 gold pieces or less, the rod pays for the material components for the restoration. Do I have that right?
Yes.
Okay, so Chagga casts using the rod.
Nice.
No diamonds spent, boys.
Nice.
Ow. How many? I guess.
So Zogel, all of your ability, damage, and drain is restored. Corporal Grackle, your negative level, I think you have for resurrection.
I had a negative level from resurrection.
Yeah, and Dugganschmirph.
Duggan as well.
I really appreciate you all helping me with this. I still can't believe we sort of fucked up that last attack.
It is something for us to learn.
Well,
we likely have a second chance now.
I'll be praying for a communal delay poison to the end of my days, and I think I need to buy a wind fan, or perhaps get Dee Dee to craft one for me.
Chagga's magic's mighty.
Oh, yes. How are you feeling, Mog?
Oh, Moge very happy for Chagga's family reunion. He's looking around.
You should weigh 100 pounds more with all the lead you took.
Dugan,
Mo good, not poop right for a long time.
Dugan, I think I saw some urns down in the crypt. Could you go and fetch a half dozen of those for me?
All right, I'll do that for you.
Empty ones. Mog, can you start gathering up the bodies? My family members could go onto that cart over there.
I help you, says Zogul.
Okay. Mog starts piling up the bodies in one place. He has a special pile just for the chickens.
Zogul, Grackle,
Yes.
let's go deal with my mother. Mog,
Of course.
could I have some of your blood? And Chagga's wondering if trolls are like a renewable resource for vampires.
Okay.
There's just this horrible troll farm out there, a bunch of vampires drinking troll blood. he
Tastes like shit, but there's a lot of it.
he shoos those awful thoughts away, and I take.
So I think there's technically they drink con. So I don't know if mechanically that works as hoped.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mog will bleed for you. That's fine. He's a troll. It's a normal thing to do.
All right, so he'll take some blood and put it.
He cuts up his own belly to
because he's
cast
curious.
spells. I mean,
Yes.
We'll get Zogul to drag his mother's coffin to where we need it.
Where do you want it?
Just in that
She
dark.
was- it was in the-
in that dark spot where she was kind of hiding.
Okay.
Mumsy, I've got a bloody rag for you. Mumsy. Hello.
Chagga?
Oh, are we on?
Yeah, I'll bring her to the conversation board.
Okay, cool. I've got something tasty for you.
There we go. You can see her. Like she's visibly trying to resist just pouncing on the blood. What have you got there?
I think we've been able to. Well, I need you to answer a few questions first, and then you can have this. He'll point to the ground where Zogul can put down the. We brought your bed up here. You could go
That
to.
was very thoughtful. You've always been such a thoughtful boy. It's over there in the corner, in the shade.
Okay. Let me know at what point do I have to make a bluff check, but Chagga shifts uncomfortably at the compliment.
She is distracted by the scent of blood.
Mother, I've got a question for you.
Uh-huh. What is that?
Where can I find the family will?
Oh, I imagine it'd be at a. Oh, it's with Mr. Montgomery in Foundry, our attorney.
Ah, yes. Just family attorney. Okay, I'll track him down there. Oh, thank you.
Can I? Is that all, Chagga? Because
Yeah, he tosses the bloody rag into the coffin.
Okay, she grabs it,
Zogul looks at you like,
wrings it out, trying to get every drop out of it. Your mother was never one for self-restraint.
There you go, Mumsy. He's like putting the lid on. Just you could have a nap after your snack.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's such a good boy.
Chagga shudders.
dragging it.
Shudders as the lid closes. That will be the last time he will see his mother, perhaps. He's worried.
Don't forget the flaming screams.
You do not have to be here for the rest of this, Chagga.
No. I know who is to blame. Zogo, if you will.
Hey, he'll bring it to the outside.
Chagga will help carrying it. Chagga's carry capacity with his muleback cords is as if he's a 24 strength, so he'll grab one
More
end
than
of
capable, yes.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
He'll grab one end of his mother's coffin and drag them out into the middle of that horrible courtyard.
Yeah, Greco's got his blade ready just in case that lid comes open before it needs to.
Oh, mother, it's come to this. Our father delved in things he should not have, and our family definitely so.
Okay, you bring her to the middle of the courtyard.
Yep.
You open the lid.
Find some sunny patch.
Find some sunny patch. Your mother tries to get out and find shelter. Do you do this when there's any shade, or is it like high noon?
No, it's the next day. We'll do it with purpose.
There is nowhere for your mother to go. Did you do anything to the well? Because your mother's not stuck in.
There was a cover on the well beforehand, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we probably put the cover back on.
Okay, around. Yeah, she does. She scrambles for the well when she sees it. Does not have time. And is left in left. She falls to ash in front of your eyes. Dugan picks up the ash telekinetically, so he gets all of it, and puts it in an urn for you and hands it to you.
Thank you, Dugan. It is not a common thing that one puts down their father and mother on two separate occasions, let alone 2 separate days back to back.
Condolences.
It was a difficult thing you went through, Chagga. I'm sorry, my friend.
Well, how do we deal with these townsfolk?
We should show them what happened here and what happened to your family, the loss that you have had. That way, you will not seem like a monster.
Yeah.
You seem like a savior who is in trouble.
I think there's a grim procession as Chagga, Grackle, Dugan, Mog, Zogel are pushing death carts into the middle of the town.
Okay.
We're going to load up all the undead into one and then all of Chagga's family members into the other. He'll find a banner of the Dune family and kind of wrap it across the collection of bodies and grim things. So
Okay.
Let's just go through the list. Dolfrak Syndicar, dead. Pella, turned to a vampire, destroyed. Ventagon Dune, turned into a flesh golem thing, destroyed. Aeneas, cousin, turned into undead, destroyed. Manette, cousin, turned to an undead, destroyed. Vlad, cousin, turned to a vampire, destroyed. So there's quite a few corpses and piles and things. And we're gonna basically declare Chagga's gonna meet with the mayor and like the people that we talked to earlier on and declare a day of mourning. And basically have a very public display, which includes a pyre of anything left fleshy of the Dune clan, and he's going to present it as the Dune sacrifice to get rid of the curse that afflicted this town. Like this was the Dune clan sacrifice, not their doing. It really was the horrible spirit, but and then give people a chance to grieve for their own dead, which we bring down in the other cart.
Okay. I'm going to.
Heart full of dead zombie children. As an example.
Do you say anything?
Yeah, well, I think we declare a day of mourning.
Yes, but do you say anything to the people of Dun?
Grackle has a good diplomacy and a good bluff. 15 and 14.
Chagga has, he will say that this curse has ended, that many in Dunehold have sacrificed themselves to end this curse, that the Dune family Dune family and all those who died are to be remembered as are to be remembered, I guess.
Okay.
We will not forget those who stood against such horrors, and know that that your loyalty to Clan Dune will be rewarded. A new day has come. While this day will be a dark day, one of mourning, you can trust in the Imperium that brighter days will come to this fair settlement.
Okay. Make a diplomacy check.
Okay, do I get any aids from...
I will
Zogel,
let you... You're promising to protect the people, or to reward them? Yeah.
That sunnier days, better days will come.
Okay,
He
yes,
leaves it.
I will allow aids.
Okay.
Dugan, I don't know if auto aids or not.
Mogi
Dugan does
just
auto.
pushes carts and keeps his mouth shut.
Dugan
He
does
has a-
aid, auto aid, so.
It's
Nice.
a basket full of dead chickens.
So Grackle,
Yeah,
Dugan...
Grackle auto aids.
Okay. Duckin is going to try to aid.
4 plus 5. Yeah, I can't fail this. And Zogel aids you as well.
Duckin aids. Look at that. All right. That is 4 aids.
1, 2, 3. Yep.
Okay. Chagga rolls a 2 and gets a 30.
Okay.
Are you mythic? Reroll it.
People seem. They're still upset. I mean, they've lost. There's many people who've lost children.
Yep.
Other family members, like servants who lived in the castle, also lived in the village. Some of them didn't make it home one day.
How
So
many?
they're still upset. But
How many people died? Like, do we recognize that weren't just Dune servants, but like villagers?
oh, villagers. Well, the servants, the villagers, you think are all the children. I think there were 8
Okay.
children.
Chagga's going to subtract. The party can fight about it later. He's going to subtract 2,000 gold pieces from what he's found. He's going to give it to the mayor, and he's going to instruct the mayor to divide this equally amongst those who have lost their lives in Dunehold.
Okay, I don't think this is the party that quibbles about 2,000 gold pieces for families.
Wrong party.
Other party, maybe.
Sonny be the guy going, "Oh, here's a big bag of money." Hey!
Yeah, but then you'd have the other group.
All right. Chagga then wants to teleport his sister to the family house in Foundry. You're muted, Mark.
All right, go ahead. You can make your roll.
Yeah, sure.
Don't end up in the wrong mansion.
No, we...
The wrong mansion full of detritus.
Yeah, so after the day of mourning, the pyre, the urns do get placed in the crypt in the castle. We bring my sister to where it's safe. We'll stay long enough to see whether or not it's truly safe. Is Chagnaran at the family house?
Chagnaran is not at the family house.
Okay, and we'll say that we left Zogel behind to teleport with my sister, basically.
If you check Chagnaran's room, it looks like a lot of things have been packed up and are missing.
Okay. At the family house, he's going to spend that day trying to track down the will for the family.
Okay, it's not terribly difficult. Do you have...
Chagga's the third-born son, third eldest in the family of 4 children.
Okay. So there's a little bit of paperwork, which you weren't, or red tape, we'll put it as.
Yep.
That you weren't quite ready for. You need a certificate of death to get access to the will.
Chagga has.
You need Dassod, baby.
Get your certificate right here.
He's got 6 teleports per day plus mythic points, so
okay.
He could bring whatever dude needs to come. He'll bring him to.
Okay,
you
bring basically the lawyer through magic.
Yep.
You show him your father's, what's left of him.
You walk a mile out.
Yeah. The mayor you have on your side because you're a Dune and he's terrified of you, and he will back up whatever you say.
Good.
You know you're from a family of tyrants, and you're a tyrant now.
And he fills out some paperwork, and you get access to the will.
All right. What does the will state?
The will states that in the event of his death, everything goes to your... in the event of his death, your mother receives X amount, blah, 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 blah. What it works down to is the children... The eldest son becomes head of the family. At this point, that is Chagnaran.
Mm-hmm.
Your sister receives a monthly stipend from the family that will leave her well off, and she should be attractive in that way to any noble or semi-noble suitors. And yeah, there's not much left for Chagga.
Okay, I'd like to spend a DM point if I could.
You may.
There is an imperial tax upon the wealth as well.
Oh.
As a portion either doing from past experience or what have you, or as part of normal consequences.
Okay, there is a tax.
Okay.
It's our money, you asshole.
And there are probably separate deeds, right? Like there's probably a deed to the property in Foundry and a deed to the property at Dunehold.
Yes, there are separate deeds.
Chagga's incredibly interested in the deed at the property at Dunehold. You can give 2 shits about some fancy house in Foundry. Unless it's a magical house. Like, this is where
there's nothing magical. Okay. It is just in a nicer part of town.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
And it's large and fancy.
As a cleric and priest of the pattern in the weave, which is magic, Chagga really wants to own the 1-mile radius teleport trap. It's like mind-bogglingly awesome. So, he asked the barrister or the lawyer, what would it take for Chagga to receive the deed to Dunehold?
Either your brother would have to give up his rights to any of the property, or he would have to sell you the property.
Okay. So I asked the barrister
if your brother gives up the rights, you become head of the house.
Oh, okay. Or he can sell me the property. Okay, so I asked the barrister to fill out both of the forms that he would need to do for either case.
Okay.
And then
what happens if the brother just doesn't exist? The existence of the brother is called into question.
Disintegrates a bitch.
He charges you 50 gold pieces for the work.
That's coming out of the treasure that is Dune treasure that eventually Chagga will throw the remainder into.
Yep. And he gives you the pieces of paper. You would have to get a witness to the signatures and bring them back to be notarized by myself.
Okay. He will get his sister to pre-sign both forms.
Okay.
If she's willing.
She's willing. She never liked Chagnaran either.
All right. Okay.
And quite frankly, she's too traumatized to care what she's signing.
I think then Chagga we'll call it the next day so that we're back with Zogel in the village. We're going to gather in one of the rooms in the tavern because we're probably not staying in the Uki once undead filled castle where, you know, all of Chagga's family died.
Might want to get some cleaning done in there first.
Yeah, or I've got other ideas. It's fine for now. Chagga is going to use scry spells to track down Chagnaran.
Okay. Do you have any? Do you have any parts of Chagnaran?
Oh yes, we foresaw this when we encountered Chagnaran when he showed up at the Tower of Summoning in Foundry.
Right. Okay.
And I think I still have, special items. Chagnaran's wolf tooth, which is a personal effect. Chagnaran's blood, 4 samples left, and bits of Chagnaran's beard.
Well, that ought to do it.
Or you could just give it to Dassod.
What is the DC of your scry check?
Okay, so this day I've got scrying. It would be 21. I'll add the penalties from the scrying bits. Now, can you combine the bits? I forget, or can you? Is just the?
I think as long as you have a piece of him that.
All right. So, knowledge of the subject. Is he familiar? Do I know the subject well, given that he's my brother?
You're muted, Mark, but I'm assuming you're saying something sarcastic. That means yes.
Yeah, you know exactly what his right and left hook feel like. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you know what mythic power Chagga took? He didn't take mythic spellcasting. He took mirror dodge because he got his ass kicked so bad.
I don't think you can take mirror dodge.
Oh, is it a
Mirror
third level
dodge is
power?
third-
Oh,
third tier.
no!
Yeah, everyone's
Okay,
taking that shit.
I gotta take that later then. I didn't read it close enough. Okay, he didn't take mirror dodge.
Don't get me wrong. Awesome choice.
He's gonna continue
when your mirror image fails, you're...
All right, 5th level
wasn't
spell,
there.
DC 16 plus spell level. That's 21. I'm familiar with the subject, so that's 26, and then I have a bit of him, so it's DC 36 will save.
Okay. Well, look at this. Oh, he gets a 21.
He would have made had I only just met the
Just
subject
cast
and
the spell.
had nothing of his stuff. So, what's Chagnaran doing?
Oh, Chagnaran is in a... You get a 10-foot radius around him, basically. He's in some filthy tavern. He looks as dirty as you've ever seen him. His armor is... he's wearing hide armor. Like, he's got weapons. He looks more like almost like a barbarian. It looks like he kicked the crap out of a barbarian and took his things, because he's looking pretty rough right now. He hasn't got his full plate that he used to have. Yeah, he's not looking too good right now, but he looks like a tavern he's in.
Can I subtract 1,000 gold pieces from the jewelry and things that we found to say that that's the scrying mirror? Like, was there
Sure.
a mirror in?
Yeah,
the...
that's acceptable.
All right.
That's
Okay.
a fancy mirror in the place is not out of the... Yeah, sure.
And then, all right. So, do we have any sense of where this is?
Do you have knowledge geography?
No. Geography. I am exactly where I need to be. Here.
Then I'm afraid you don't.
Do we want to go and surprise my brother? Non-lethal, please.
Okay.
As you wish, Chagga.
All right, so Chagga will cast a 1st level spell on Mog to shrink him. He'll look at Zogel until Zogel shrinks of his own accord.
Yeah,
Okay.
so gold shrinks.
I gotta get in the bag, don't I?
No, I could bring 4.
When we come back, you'll be in back.
Correct.
All right, fine. All right, I'll enjoy the air while I got it.
Magic wood!
Chagga is going to teleport to the spot that he is looking at. I think there's still a
Okay.
percentile for teleport, but...
Yeah, seen once.
But some other crappy tavern.
35 makes it.
Okay. You make it. I got my suspicions about this fight, so you will forgive me if...
Kill your characters again.
No.
Mind freak.
Am I that awful? Jeez. I'm
back up.
sorry.
I'll make
His
it
name
personal.
is Sackle.
All right, you
Spackle.
see your brother
Spackle.
as the magic clears your eyes and you arrive in this stinking hole of a tavern. You see your brother and a bunch of other stunned looking, are they fishermen, sailors? Smells like fish.
Are we on... What map are we on?
We're in
Just go on
conversation.
conversation.
I don't see him.
Oh, my apologies. Here we go.
It's like hidden.
I see him.
There's a reason.
I see him because I was also DMing tonight.
Ah, I
That's
see.
right.
Ah.
I will switch out when I'm done.
So yeah, we kind of appear next to him because we were scrying on the location.
Grackle's like, get him.
He looks up and he is scared. Chagga, did he send you?
No, father and mother are dead. Would you like to come back and say your respects?
What about
Your
the thing?
your older brother we also killed because he was transformed into something horrible.
He looks down. He looks ashamed.
You're the head of the family now. You've got lots of responsibilities at Dunehold.
This guy who hit Chagga, yeah?
Yeah, that's the guy. I bet he hit him off.
No hit Chagga!
He puts up his hands like, I won't hit Chagga.
Sword goes back into its sheath.
Are these assholes with you?
No.
Where are we?
Fish place. Grab something off a plate.
Yeah. All right. Dugan, into the bag.
This is just
You can take 5 now.
it's a small port. It's a fishing
You
village.
can take 4. So Dugan gets in the bag.
Dugan
and,
gets in the bag.
and then he can take 4 of you.
He can take 4 people. Okay.
Him plus 4.
Yeah.
All right, we'll teleport back to Dunehold.
Okay.
77 is... I viewed it more than once, so we make it, I think.
Yeah.
We're in the part of town.
Yeah, and we arrive
We're
at
in
the
the town.
We arrive at the spot, right? Because the,
Yep.
the
You
teleport
arrive at the
trap,
spot.
Chagga just gets a bunch of tingles. He loves it. He loves the teleport trap.
Alright,
Would you like to go
let's,
and see their urns?
There we go. Where are we?
You don't recognize Village of Dun?
No. It's been a few years. Why'd we show up here?
No, that's where mother and father were.
Oh, okay. Your brother was never the brightest. He basically did what Ventagon told him to.
So they told me you ran away. Did you run away from
That's-
here, or...
You remember what Father said about strategic retreats? It was a strategic retreat.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't a strategic retreat normally mean you're going to come back at some point?
It does, Dugan, doesn't it? He will then unsmall Mog, and we'll escort Chagnaran to go see the urns of
No
his...
hit Chagga.
Okay.
Whoa.
Too big. Zogo got too big.
got Kronk.
There we go.
Whoa!
Super chonk.
All right, what map you got everyone on here? Oh,
Just the
conversation
conversation.
right now?
Yep.
Alright.
So, you're going to look after this place and look after all the concerns and do the taxes and all the things that father and brother taught you how to do, correct?
What?
You're the head of the family now.
No, we hire people for that crap. I'm going to take over the family. I'm going to put us at the head of the syndicate. That's right. Everyone will be respecting me. The respect I deserve.
Oh, that's very interesting. It's a very good goal. Tell you what, given that I had to kill father and mother and brother and a couple of our cousins, because they were all turned into horrible undead creatures, and you did nothing, perhaps you should let me have this village. And that means I'll be out of your hair, and you can do whatever you want at the mansion back in Foundry.
He takes a step back from you, like, are you kidding me? But then he make an intimidate check. I'm assuming you're trying to. Is this an intimidate, not a diplomacy?
I'm not threatening
Thousands of
violence
pounds?
yet. I'm actually making a deal with him. I'll stay out of his hair.
Okay, your brother's not that bright, so why should I give you anything, soldier?
Grackle pulls the
Chagga
inch of
does
the
a
blade out.
really slow blink. He'll put his hand up like for them not to do anything.
Mogi is trying to like, can I tear his arm off?
Chagga's going to, I don't know, mind thrust 5 his brother.
Okay.
Boom. You're not some sort of construct undead thing. Boom.
You can be snuck attack real bad.
All right,
Sneak the
so
shit out of you.
this does 12d8 plus 12 damage.
You know what? Mock him all you want. Aside from your sister, he's the only member of your family to survive the nonsense
He's
that happened.
getting whacked with a bunch of non-lethal.
All right, so he gets 60 damage. Will save for half. The DC is 24.
He does not. He takes the 60.
He's also exhausted for 1 round.
Okay. He looks up at you. He looks at all your friends. Dunehold and I get everything else, right?
Yes. Until you die.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Good negotiation. Oh, he just takes it.
Yep.
It's like,
Now time to. He whispers, "Now time to go see this lawyer again."
No, Chagga just takes out the papers that are all pre-signed, and he will get him to sign the part. Dunehold. This is the rest of it. I could have made you sign this document. In fact, I'll keep this document stuffed away for another day.
He signs his name after kind of giving himself a second to keep his hands from shaking.
Okay. Chagga will actually let him use his own back breastplate to sign. That's how confident he is right now.
He tries nothing because he's terrified.
Last thing. You know how I worship magic. We're going to use magic to make sure that you don't, that we seal the deal.
Is this where the bluff comes in?
There is a bluff.
Yep.
Grackle auto aids you with a bluff.
Chagga is going to cast a magic spell, but the magic spell is actually a mythic point to cast a Bestow Curse.
Okay.
Does that increase the...
It doesn't
DC?
increase the DC. It just
okay.
Depends which form.
Yeah, it should.
There's 2.
Oh, that's right.
It's caster level. You should add your level to it.
That's fine.
So,
I thought one of them was it's harder to get rid of.
Your higher cast level will get... okay, so Bestow Curse is a spell Chagga already prepared for the day, just for this. He's gonna tell his brother not to resist, as this will seal the deal.
He doesn't
You're
really
a
feel like he
Hierophant,
has
correct?
a choice.
Is Chagga a Hierophant or an Archmage?
Both.
Okay, so you're casting it through which school? Like,
No,
the powers behave differently.
Yep.
Oh,
The mythic point powers.
That's right. If I cast it as a wizard, it increases. It doesn't increase the DCs either.
You make it a swift action if you do it as a wizard.
Yeah, Archmage is like
I
swift,
see.
and I can cast again.
Yeah, he can do it. He'll do it as a wizard because that'll be a 4th level spell, so the DC will be much higher.
Okay.
So the DC is 22 if he doesn't resist.
He doesn't resist.
Okay. So he gets a curse, and I'm wondering, instead of an ability score decrease or a penalty on attack saves, abilities checks, or a 50% chance normally to act, that I can make Chagnaran infertile.
That is certainly within the realms of power of that spell. Yeah. Yes, you can.
Okay. Of course, it's a curse. Somebody could find it and get rid of it.
Yes, but he's got to figure out that that's the reason he's.
Well,
Okay.
it's infertile, but not. It's not. He didn't ask for impotent, although you.
No.
No.
No, but after a while, it's like your brother's probably the kind of guy who'd blame his wife anyway.
All right, Chagga is he sees the magic takes effect. He is pleased.
Are we done here?
We're done here. Feel free to linger in my village as long as you don't cause any problems. These people have gone through enough. He points at like where all the flowers and all the like wreaths or whatever people dropped off in the town square when we had the day of mourning.
Well, maybe you could just drop me off at the house. Hmm?
Foundry's about, I don't know, 200 miles in that direction.
You expect me to walk? You see his old instincts as he draws back his fist and realizes what company he's in. And he puts it back down.
We'll find you a horse.
Yeah.
You hit Chagga, I eat hand.
Fuck you, Chagga.
It's a pleasure seeing you too, Chagnaran.
I'll be at the inn when you get my horse.
Sure.
He
We
stomped
know
off.
Get Horse, right?
Small ponies, probably.
Chagga will, I don't know, he'll buy a draft horse from somebody. I'll just stick off another 75 gold.
Dugan tries to trip him telekinetically. He just stumbles him up.
Face in the mud.
Okay. One more task, Mark. That seemed to go well. We're going to scry, I guess, on the next day and track down Tarp. He was the old kobold trap maker that we had rescued from Bargle's lair.
And he disappeared on us, yeah.
He tootled off in between an adventure, I think.
Again.
Yeah.
Expect him to hang around? He's a trap guy. He knows what's up.
It's a trap.
So basically, scry on him. I don't have any pieces of him.
Any of his tools?
He lived in our tower for a while.
He did.
Yeah, I don't see any little bits of Tarp listed anywhere. So the DC would be 21.
He was an alchemist, correct?
He was. He's got a character sheet. He is in the Master of Puppets campaign under NPCs.
All right.
He's a Gestalt character, Wizard 5, Rogue 3, Arcane Trickster 3, Alchemist Trapbreaker 11 on the back end.
Okay. Master Puppets.
I don't know if we even figured out his will save.
Tarp. Well, it shouldn't be too hard to figure out his save.
It's probably the Alchemist.
Yeah. No, the alchemist does not. Is will saves are weak.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't. It's unwise to mix a bunch of random chemicals.
What do I do for a living? Drink chemicals.
I drink chemicals and I make bombs. Oh no, we didn't fill it out. Okay.
His will save would be something like 12 without items.
All right, and he is 11th level. We'll say plus 3 items, plus 15.
If we don't get him, that's fine.
Okay. You got a 24.
All right. During days of downtime, we're gonna try to get a hold of Tarp, and we'll use a message spell, basically offering Tarp a job. And the job is to design a tower that acts as a trap for a teleportation node.
How do you send it by?
So when you scry, you can cast message spells through the scry.
Right. Okay. You on this hand wave. You eventually get through on the day.
Okay. Is he willing to work for us?
His question is an entire tower that's a trap.
Yes, and Chagga describes it a little bit more in depth. He wants a space at the center of the teleportation trap that can hold a colossal creature. Then he wants alcoves where people can observe and or attack that creature, plus some sort of like lever trap with maybe some symbol traps that can be activated. Basically, we want to design a thing that if you teleport into Chagga's domain and you're not welcome, bad things happen.
Okay.
And I have a feeling that this tower is going to be a thing that you're just going to dump money into. Right now, it's designed.
He does have one last question: is how much funding?
At this point in time, Chagga is going to ask him to draw up designs for 100,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
No, 100,000 gold piece project. I don't know what Tarp's going to charge for just the design work, and that he should come, or if he's willing, I can teleport him to the place where
he's willing. He's willing to meet with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
100,000 gold pieces. That's the project house, not the.
Yeah.
That's.
He'd be
All right.
expecting.
We're in contact with Tarp.
Yes.
Now, there are two other problems.
Through discussions, he basically tells you. Through discussions, he basically tells you for 100,000 gold pieces, I can make you a great trap. You go, for not too much more, I can make my magnum opus.
Now we're talking. Magnum opus is what we're looking for. This is all in the name of the pattern in the weave.
Magic of Magnum.
He's
Magnum
very
magic.
intrigued with this project.
Okay. So if he needs a teleport to get to Dunehold, that's basically we're gonna have the old kobold creeping around Dunehold. One last conversation before.
Sorry, it's going to end with he has one project he has to finish for a client. He'll be done by the end of the month, and he'll be in contact.
Perfect. Last thing, I'm gonna have a quick meeting with the mayor, and basically the meeting goes. There will be some changes around here. Some strange folk are going to come, including goblins.
He does not look pleased at the thought.
Chagga he's going to say that Chagga is a spiritual leader amongst the goblin kind, and the goblins that come here want to be part of the Imperium and civilization.
Make a diplomacy check.
Sure.
Auto aid.
Nice.
Both characters. So plus 4 total.
Like these goblins here, and this troll. 30 is the total.
Okay, he is willing to, I guess, put aside his bias and trust the person who seems to have saved his town from his own family.
Yep.
So. As you wish, sir. Should we make... Where will they be staying?
Oh, and if there's less than about 500 of them, they can stay up at the castle.
Oh, okay. Well, very good. We can even make arrangements to have food sent up there, so they don't have to come down.
Well, the whole point of the goblins coming here is to put them to work.
Yes. So if they're working up there, they don't have to come down for food. They can just keep working.
Oh, Mayor, you don't quite get it. This place is going to become very busy in the following months, and either you keep up or I find a new mayor.
Oh, that's not how things actually work with the mayor. You see, yes, sir.
Oh, they think they're elected, do they?
Of course you can vote. You can vote for my choice A or my choice B.
Chagga's looking around. He's
Same guy.
he's imagining towers and castles and a massive trap wherever the center of that teleportation trap is. He's got his dreams now. He's got a goal. The 11th level character has a goal.
Zogel's going around the mile and looking at what's it called, elevations.
Okay.
You'll go with Grackle, and Grackle has a good, this is a good spot for stuff like that, like strategic.
Yeah, we'll take a tour, and then I guess we're probably running out of days at this point. Teleport back to Fort Manius.
Okay.
Because the last part of the plan, there's two last parts of the plan, and that's Chagga's not going to pay for his own fortification. Guess who he's going to ask to pay for it? And then Chagga's not going to pay for laborers. Guess who he's going to have build it?
Union workers.
Union goblins, I mean.
Yeah. The second Tarp finds out, it's a government contract? Okay, let's expand this project.
Seriously, dude. A teleport
Where the
trap
cappuccino
of that
machine
size?
goes.
Oh, it's going to be so good. Or become a death trap for us, although that's part of the... That's a future research project.
It's a future adventure.
It's a double-edged sword, that thing.
Well, no. How do we research... Is there a way around the trap by building a little token that you use while teleporting? Because if that happens, then you are god of that place.
I need a super cool trap, with a bypass.
With a bypass, exactly.
Yeah.
So, I think we did the damage control. Chagga's got what he wants. He has this ridiculous place, and the village. His vision of the place, the village won't even exist anymore. It'll be a massive town with towers. And...
Mr. Chagga, sir, what about my ancestral home?
It's called progress. Gentrification. Goodbye.
Well, I was noticing that while it's only a couple hundred miles inland from Foundry, the front where Fort Manius is only 180 miles away, which means we're fighting armies that are 180 miles away from Chagga's castle. The castle's cool, but it ain't gonna stand up to a horde of 10,000 goblins. We need to think bigger. And once you create a safe spot, you add hospitals and churches and schools for goblins. We'll civilize a whole country here.
The metropolis of Dun.
Sure, Dunehold. Dunehold will.
Dunehold is going to be.
Dunehold, I think, is still the coolest name. At least
once you put walls up around everything, it's a hold for everything.
Yes,
it holds everything.
Everything. Dunehold it is.
Dunehold will be the seat of Chagga Kong.
And don't worry about what con means.
Yeah, I know, right? And when the Imperium starts to quibble about the word Kong, he'll go, "Just make me a victory prince, and we'll be okay."
It just means prince. He'll just start changing the definition. It just means prince. Just teach all the goblins it means prince. It's fine.
Yeah, Chagga. Even though this was a rough go, he was kind of inspired by this place. His father was right. It's of strategic importance. Was he using it correctly? No. No. Just an empty field that you appear in? No, not used. Not used properly.
All right.
All right.
You're calling him your father, but it's like your great.
No, Chagnaran was the one that... No, not Chagnaran.
It was Chagga. Chagnaran.
Oh, the original
Chagnaran.
Chagga. Well, he's probably so old that there might have been things here before.
There might have been something. There might have been a thing here. Yeah.
Yeah, Dolfrak. He knew this place was important, but he didn't do anything with it.
No, your father was obsessed with becoming a syndicate kingpin. That was the height of his goals.
Mm-hmm.
Dipshit.
So much sympathy. I can just feel it pouring out.
All right.
He wanted to have his thumb over like Vinny the Mook.
The last small thing is Chagga wants to replace one of his masterwork gauntlets with a masterwork locking gauntlet.
I don't. Yeah, they can make that happen.
Okay. All right. Because guess
I know why.
Guess what gets locked into place? The scepter.
Imagine him like flipping pancakes with it in the future.
He's got attachments for it.
This is a breakfast attachment.
Look at that thing; it's so cool.
All right, if that's it for Chagga,
Yeah, I
think
think
for me.
Yeah, I think anything else that he's going to chat with the general about will happen a little bit later.
Yes.
Yeah, and that can be done through Adam. All right. With that, I hand over the DM stick to Adam.
Oh,
And
surrender.
I've got to reload
Okay,
map
yeah.
tools because I am. in
And
DM
if
mode.
we could change maps back to the main maps.
Give me a second. I'm moving the DM tag in XSplit over to.
I have the fiery ring of doom.
No, I got rid of the Fire Ring of Doom because those animations, woof, they just kill the resources of.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's overlaying it on top of the. It's rendering it. Yeah. I have the sticky note of doom.
What do you need?
The main map.
Okay.
The
World
the
map?
Southern Warband, I think, is probably the correct map.
Okay. Nice.
All right. Let's go to the lobby. Let's go to the conversation layer.
Mark, you gave Chagga an awesome adventure. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
and sorry guys, your guys died. I gotta learn somehow.
I don't learn through the death of your characters.
Well, Chagga is always going to prepare a communal delay poison and an anti-corporeal shell, a death ward, and it's just...
And a gust of wind-like effect.
Well, he needs to purchase that. He can use for now mythic points for gust of wind. So
You just need a scroll. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Oh, and I need to pick a new path ability. Ugh.
Right.
You take mythic spell casting again, you get more spells. Get to double up those mythic spells.
No, he took mirror casting, but I guess we go back to mythic spell casting. Then I have to choose a spell.
Yeah.
Dee Dee.
All right, I imagine Dee Dee right now is dealing with Gobado.
So this is about halfway through the week. Chagga and their group are actually, Chagga and their group are still gone. And you've
Sulphur and Gobado. Oh my goodness, she's going insane.
There's a smell of burnt shit everywhere.
There's
Poor character.
That was rough.
That's right, Sulphur. You're burning the canvas again. You're supposed to be...
fire cleanse.
Yeah, okay. So if you use charcoal was once fire, and you could use that to do your interpretation. It's going to be kind of messy and just a lot of black, but use this. All right, Gobado. Good job there, buddy.
They're very black.
Yeah, okay.
Gobineau likes finger painting. He doesn't use the brush.
You guys are doing great. Just keep your fire and your charcoal over there, and oh god, I hope it's brown paint.
Gobineau is like sort of housebroken. He, like, when he's happy or nervous or scared or excited, he secretes. He just kind of like oozes out a trail. But if he's calm and
mentioned
relaxed,
most reactions.
Yeah.
as long as he's calm, he can not ooze.
So Dee Dee is basically babysitting at this point. And she's working on some of her own drawings.
What has she been drawing?
So she's got 2 sketchbooks going. One is called The War Sketchbook #1. So far, she's got a portrait of leadership, which is General Auburn, the troll, Clark, and the red guy. She's got one called Far From Home, PH. Drawings of other deities, shrines, and fanfare, including the Elven God, weird infinity symbol, the cult of trees, etc. And we've got a sketch called Trains Can't Fly. It's a sketch of the scene of the train wreck during the attack by the fire fae and the plant creatures. Then her other book is only for fae. She's got it's called actually for fae and friends. She's got Faces of Fae and Friends, Dugganschmirph, the young adult Capra, Nighthorn, the young Norn, Aurelia, the Ace, the pixie, her boyfriend, and then the 3 fae on the road, Boysenberry 6, and I can't remember what the centaur is called.
That's a good. Oh god. It's York.
York, okay.
Oh, Fox has a very good question. I have a question about Purium. Sorry, it looks like it was a while ago and we didn't get to answer it.
Sorry, what was the question?
How high up in the Imperium rank can you go without worshipping the 5-faced god or being human?
Depends how good you are at politics.
You'd probably be an exception to the norm for things like victory princes.
It's just the hard way. The harder way.
The one that she's working on right now, because she's leveled, and her campaign skill is visual art. I realized that her item that gives a +5, 10 competence bonus actually stacks with tools, because tools are a circumstance bonus. So, yeah, her craft visual art's +30, so she's getting 40s when she takes 10.
Aha! They're really good.
Who haven't I made a sketch of? So she's going to make a sketch of the Hob. She's going to call it the friendly Hob, which is Grackle and with what's his name? Zogel in the back.
Zogel.
Grackles, Zogel, and Jex, I guess, because Jex is a member of the. And she'll roll for this one.
All right.
She gets a 41.
It's on the good side of average. I mean, it's absolutely amazing, but it's just a day in the office.
Yep.
All right. You're in arts and crafts time. You've had a very rough couple of weeks. Lots of injuries. Lots of instances of lots is a relative term, but this fungal disease. Everyone some of the men are getting it. They're not getting it in high numbers. It's not as contagious amongst the humans as it is amongst some of the other creatures, particularly the Fae. It's very contagious. But this, it's taxing on your spells and taxing on your psyche to see so much like death and wounded and pain and.
At 10th level Life Oracle, Dee Dee does, as part of her curse, get lay on hands. She now has 13 lay on hands per day, and because of this, she chose as her 10th level mercy, disease. So she has effectively 13.
So she's
removed diseases
you
per day.
are excellent at like keeping this cursed disease at bay as long as you have a way to remove curses as well.
That she needs help with.
So you're keeping the men healthier than they normally would be otherwise by a lot.
Yep. She does not have break enchantment, so...
You don't believe that they'll need to remove a toe for months because everybody's feet are healthy.
No trench foot here.
No trench foot here. There's no like the heavily ingrown toenails. All this is all good. Infections are down. The fighting strength is good across the towers, which you've been teleporting to support through their conflicts as they have waned. Give me a perception check.
For just Dee Dee?
For just Dee Dee. Bestow and Sulphur are busy performing visual art. Bestow is trying to make his favorite person in the whole world. He's trying to do a mort. He's doing a mort painting. His imagination isn't great because they've basically all been mort. This is mort at the beach. This is mort having food. This is mort taking a dump. This is mort.
Dee Dee takes the clothespin off of her nose after she just finally breaks down and casts air bubble on herself. She got a nat 1 on the perception check, 22.
Okay.
Is that smiley face inside the brown blob Mort?
Yeah.
How did I
Mort
guess?
is
Just like
Mort is friend Mort.
Just like the last three. The canvas just ended up brown with a smiley face in it.
No. This is Mort. When they come to Chuchi-Tutu's domain. Fall from sky. Friend from sky. Sky Mort.
Yeah. I have no idea what you're talking about, but sure.
That one is thinking Mort. Mort is thinking. Thinking about friend.
DM point. It's a picture of Mort with his pants down on the pod like this.
The thinking man on the pod.
No.
Contemplating.
That's actually
Thinking
kind of
Mort.
funny. I like that one.
All right.
Sulphur,
Yeah.
anything about your family or where you came from? Nope, just fire. I gotcha.
He does fire. He does volcanoes.
Oh, look
He
at that. It's a
likes
mountain.
oranges and reds surrounded by rings of black.
Dee Dee's exhausted.
It's an int-based skill to craft, to paint?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Sulphur's going in. All right, so what does he actually accomplish? He gets a 6.
You do the thing where you try to combine the colors and it just ends up a gray-green smear.
You think that he might have tried to do it's like a dragon and some stickmen and like the dragon is breathing fire on the stickmen and the stickmen are breathing fire on the dragon.
Oh, look at that. You do have talent. Picture only a mother could love, you know.
It looks like some of he like scribbles over some of the stickmen.
Mm-hmm. Who are they?
Fire.
These people from your village or people you know? People on the battlefield?
Ancient ones.
Ah, yeah, they look ancient for sure.
Dee Dee slumps into the chair that she's sitting in, puts her art book away. She's tired from healing people in the war, and then she crafted a bunch of very complicated, like, cloaks of resistance, like a ton of...
Just continuously.
Yep. She's just tired. she...
Hello? Hello?
She'll turn visible.
Down here.
Oh, hi.
There's a atomie currently hiding under the bed.
What are you doing under there?
Are you... Give me 1 second. Are you... Dewdrop Sun Petal? I think you are...
Maybe.
Do you know a Dugganschmirph?
Only if you could spell him in the name of the word Geist.
It's got a umlaut down there.
Wait, do you know Dugganschmirph?
I don't know. So I was told to come find you.
Okay, do you work for Clark?
No.
The general lady?
No. Do you know Gwendolyn?
Who?
Gwendolyn.
Does Dee Dee know who she's talking about?
Knowledge religion? Or knowledge nature? Or knowledge planes?
This seems important. She will take her...
Do we finally have a character who knows a thing?
She'll take her once per day, 20 knowledge religion, she gets a 36.
Once per day she knows a thing. Okay, how much was it?
36.
You're doing it as per religion?
Yep.
This would be either an aspect of or one of the 1001 Fey Gods. A very real sort of aspect or one of.
Okay, let me just see if I can get it. Oh no, I couldn't.
Okay.
Uh,
So, one of the fake gods told you to come get me a Dugan.
Dugan has her mark, she said.
Dugan has her mark? What do you mean?
Yes. Dugan is supposed to be carrying the mark, and the council needs to be reborn for them to have power on this world.
What? What are you talking about? What's your name?
Sorry, this is the... Phoebe. Yeah.
I'm Dee Dee.
And I'm Phoebe.
Okay. Dugan's not here in Capra. Do you want to meet Capra too? Capra's Fae.
Sorry, you cut out there a little bit.
Capra's Fae.
Yeah. You're supposed to... Dugan is supposed to be able to form a council.
Do it.
Yeah. He's got the...
Dugganschmirph, like little blue guy.
It's supposed to be an atomie. They say we're related. I never heard of him though.
Oh. Can you make things
apparently
fly
he's
around the
supposed to-
room and you like to steal things?
Well, it's not really stealing. Just sometimes people misplace stuff. But
Well-
this is... No. Mostly healing. Healing is the best.
Dugan's
No.
not here. Capra's not here. He's gone to see some... He's going to do a thing. I think it's going to be fun. And then Dugan went with Chagga. So, this is me for now.
What you doing?
Oh, here, I'll show you. Hold still. Strike a pose.
She crawls underneath the bed, and there's just giggling. She's gonna draw Phoebe in her little book.
Okay. So Phoebe, over the next little bit, she's very friendly. She likes Dee Dee. She's really good at healing stuff. She keeps referring to she keeps talking about how this god talks to her. Like the god told me to. And it's the way she phrases it is very personal. It's not like I received divine guidance, or it's not that sort of thing. It's like, Gwendolen told me to
And it's
to find Dugan is like the her main sort of thought process here.
Can you spell Gwendolen?
I certainly can.
Because I bet you I'm going to spell it differently.
Well, there's a good chance that we would spell it differently because I am correct. Gwendowyn. It's a aspect of like protection and sort of like
Gwendolyn.
Gwendowyn.
Win.
W.
Okay.
She's like supposed to be like a protection nature kind of deity, somewhat violent for as far as like fey deities go.
Does Gwendolyn live around here, Phoebes?
I think she's trapped.
Oh, that's not good.
You know about the fungus, right? You've been healing people for the fungus, I heard.
Yeah, it's getting pretty tiresome.
So you know that Arlantia is the one who made the fungus?
Yeah.
I think Arlantia has Gwendolyn. And I'm really only supposed to tell Dugan. But Gwendolyn needs... There's something wrong with the court, so Gwendolyn needs to reclaim the court, because the court isn't doing the thing.
Fate court hasn't been a thing in a long time.
Well, I mean, it wasn't a thing, but it's always a thing, It's just the human, but it's a thing.
Wait, you're not a follower of the last Fey Lord's decree?
Well, of course we're followers of the last Fey Lord's decree.
Sense motive.
She's
7 on the sense of okay.
okay. Yeah, of course we are. She might not have really understood what the nuance is there.
Okay, so you're just kind of doing your thing, and Gwendolyn starts talking to you, and...
Well, so there's lots of Fae out here, but they're all going, sickly.
Okay, that's gonna stop.
So, and you've been helping, and I've been trying to help, but the disease doesn't go away. I try, and I cast a spell, and it doesn't go away. But I try again, and then I cast a spell, and it doesn't go away. This is very, don't like it.
Well, let's wait until Capra and Dugan get back, and I'll introduce you to Dugganschmirph.
And then, have you seen the locket?
What?
He's supposed to have a locket.
Dugganschmirph.
If he doesn't have the locket, then he's not the right Dugganschmirph.
Well, how many Dugganschmirphs do you think there are?
You muted, Mark, but I'm assuming you're saying something staticky over there.
Dugganschmirph the 14th.
Yeah. Dugganschmirph he's got very sticky fingers. He probably
He's got a lot of lockets.
He probably has the locket. I don't know.
Did anybody around him have the locket? Yeah, he's got the locket now.
I think we're just gonna have to wait for him to get back. Him and Chagga are doing a thing. I don't know. They didn't really tell me. I just got to stay here. I was busy healing humies and... Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they're kind of useful. Big and lumbering and walking everywhere.
Yeah, I know. The humans would be mean to the Fae if I didn't come and fight their war with them, and yeah, I kind of feel trapped here.
Well, this is home.
For you?
Well, yeah, for all of us. This is our home.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I don't think many Fae live in Fort Manius, but yeah, in general, Volcanica. Yeah,
well, I didn't. This isn't my home.
She's like pointing under the bed.
It's just a crappy barrack. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, but it would be nice to have my home back.
All right, so we could go rescue some Fae and heal them of this disease. That sounds like a good adventure. We'll have to wait for Duggan, though. You sure? Are we sure you need Duggan?
So, he's supposed to have the token to prove that you're the new councilwoman, council Fae.
Duggan.
Yeah.
Maybe you should call it like a thief ring or something. Maybe I'll get Duggan excited.
Well, the councils are very, they get power through differences. Because the springtime has nothing in common with the winter guys, and then the fall and the summer, they're always mad at each other.
Really?
Yeah.
You think summer would be angry at winter?
They never talk to each other. When would they ever talk to each other? They're all the way on the opposite sides. Only the council would ever even interact.
Oh. Yeah, I guess.
She seems really confused.
If you're mad at your neighbor, it's your neighbor that you're mad at, not the guy that's across town. It's the next tree over.
Dee Dee lets it go.
Makes sense.
Of course.
I think we just wait for Capra and Dugganschmirph to return.
Okay, Phoebe is a very potent caster with chaotic energy who she doesn't. I don't think she has natural invisibility.
Tommy have it, I think, 3 per day.
So yeah, so she's like she spends lots of time hiding. Like she doesn't really. She tries to avoid being seen by the humans.
Yeah, Dee Dee will bring her around on her errands and kind of show her around, but she won't reveal to any of the officers or anything like that.
Yeah, and with a stealth 36, you're fairly certain that there are people who yelled at her a couple of times that she didn't get seen, swearing about Duggan and like tied shoelaces or like.
You gotta be careful. Little blue Fae have sort of a bad reputation around here.
Right now, whenever anything within the camps goes missing, it's generally assumed that Duggan did it. Just anything. Right now, it's like
it's just fascist.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll just make friends with Phoebe and keep Phoebe busy by letting her help out with what Dee Dee normally does.
Okay. She assists. She is an excellent healer. How good are you at healing just the old-fashioned way?
Dee Dee has a heal of plus 26. That's including a plus 10 item and a feat.
So she stomps you with a plus 34 to heal. So she knows about illness. She knows about things that are wrong. And is a potent caster of, I think, 2 casting classes. Yeah. So, a dual caster.
A shaman cleric.
Yeah.
And she gets channels from both of those classes.
Giggle, giggle, snicker, snicker. Kill my party members. I can't use them, will you? All right. Okay, so some time passes.
Hey, and Break Enchantment is a 5th level shaman spell. So,
Yep. So between the two of you, you can attempt to remove those fungal plagues. All right. Some time with her passes. The first group back would be obviously the Chagga. Sorry. It would be the full week. Actually, no. The Capra crew comes back first. The Dassod, because you extended your stay.
Right.
Nobody tell Dee Dee what we did. Hey, Dee Dee,
It's not. It's to be proud of what we did. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Hey, Mort, you can babysit
Okay.
the little poop from now on.
All right, fine. I'll babysit the poop.
Governor, friend.
Yeah. Friend wants a piggyback ride. Let's go. Starts riding him around.
He's happy to run around.
that some shit?
You just wait. Watch when I yell in his ear. He starts oozing again.
Fuck out of here. Hey, Deeds, how you doing?
Good. What did you guys do?
There's some Dopplers over in the capital. We had to deal with them.
In the
They
capital.
was singing.
They were
and
singing?
We learned about our history.
You're gonna give us away, Capra. Shut up. What's that over there? Something really. No.
Oh, they were singing. Okay. Sounds like fun. Did you have fun?
No fun. No fun at all.
Nope, no fun. It was awful.
That was pretty weird.
Hug.
Here he goes.
So,
Yeah, I did a lot of that.
there's this. I know that smell. I recognize that smell. I shouldn't need to recognize that smell, but I do.
The smell of success. And fear.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
All right. So the crew is back together.
Capra, I got something to introduce you to.
She introduces Capra to Phoebe.
She might be related to Dugan. In fact, she's looking for
Related to
Dugan.
Dugan. Nobody can relate it to Dugan.
It's
He doesn't have a last name.
This is Phoebe, Starwing, me, Capra.
Uh-oh, I was using a very similar voice for both of them. This is good work.
Hello. Hi. So, good to see Dufay around. Are you, not part of the underground who's trying to overthrow the humans?
No, she's all good.
No. Okay. Your friend's a Dee Dee, and you're looking for Dugan. You're Capra, the Slayer, right? I don't think I've ever been called the Slayer before, but I've been an exterminator. If I had to choose what I think exterminator is probably the more right way.
How does that go again? Relocate, exterminate.
Domesticate, relocate, exterminate, exterminate. We did a lot of exterminating. I really wish we could do some relocating or some domesticating. Is very exterminating these days.
Yeah. So that's Capra. We're gonna go after the thing that's making the lady sick and stop the disease.
The lady's sick. That's no good.
Once Dugan comes back.
Okay.
One of the fake gods is talking directly to Phoebe, I think.
Did they say anything about us?
Yeah, we're supposed to follow Dugan. He's gotta have some locket or some.
I'm not following Dugan. We tried that already. He got his wings cut off. We were following him. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I said. But how many Dugganschmirphs do you know?
I think I know one. I'm not even sure if that's correct.
You didn't say anything about Kev, did you, Phoebe? Supposed to bring Kev?
Didn't mention Kev. What's a Kev?
Oh, hey Kev.
Hey! Hey, dudes, what's happening?
Hey, your beard is looking really nice.
Thanks.
Can you turn into Faye?
Yeah, sure.
No, don't do it right now. But
No shit.
it sounds like there might be a Faye quest. You wanna come with?
Yeah, sure.
He just grabs her hand.
I gotcha. No problem.
Oh no, don't turn into me.
Not you. Something like you.
Okay.
Dee Dee flies away quickly. She feels a little ooky.
Violated or whatever.
Yeah, a little bit icky about that.
Damn dirty Kev.
Did he just snort a piece of you?
He tried to. Screw you, Kev.
We told you about eating people, Kev. Can't do that anymore.
Do you have any of that horse's fur around? What was his name?
What?
York?
Yeah, you have any of his fur?
He's not a horse. He's a centaur. They're very different.
I don't
And
think,
that doesn't make a difference to me.
I
I
don't
don't give a
think
shit.
they're actually Faye, though.
Capra.
No, you have to use a different type of arrow.
I think they are, aren't they?
No, I think they're monstrous humanoids.
Yeah, they're just.
I can still do it.
No, it's fine. Doesn't have to be that fate. It's fine. That's
Okay,
cool.
yeah, they're a large monstrous humanoid. Okay, so, yeah, you could have some bits of York if you'd like. I mean, they were your prisoners for a while. Okay. A couple of days passes before the other part of the party returns. You did notice that a particular train came into station with a heavily armored sort of mechanical convoy bringing in something. It was sort of like a walking safe that was moved into the main castle, the main battlement.
Boy, that looks pretty interesting.
Dugan. Dugan.
You've teleported back.
Oh. Oh, stealing.
Good shit right there.
Dugan.
Oh, I heard my name. There we are.
First off, avoid the poop monster. It really likes hugs.
I'm sorry, the what?
Mort's got a new friend.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know. Its paintings aren't any better either. He really
Okay.
Thanks
for the heads
Mort.
up.
They're very instinctual.
Second, meet a relative of yours.
Don't be silly. I don't have any relatives. I don't have a last name.
That's what I said. You Dugganschmirph, right?
There's an atomie who's approaches you.
Do I know this atomie?
Give me an int check.
Apparently, even if I do, it's not very well. 16.
Maybe distant memory. Things were very chaotic in sort of like the very young atomie stages.
Oh, I know you. You're after a couple seconds. You're fucking poor. Where's all your money?
You're Dugan.
Yeah, who's asking?
I'm Phoebe, Star Petal.
Okay, why you asking?
Because you're supposed to be the bearer of the token.
You want a token?
You're supposed to bear the token. I need to witness it.
Well, which token would that be? I've got a lot of tokens.
The one a man named Nighthorn gave to you before you were sent on this mission.
Oh, okay, so that one.
It should be in a locket.
Wait,
She
Yeah,
said it
yeah.
very mechanically and almost without emotion.
Nighthorn gave you something?
Yeah, he's, there's Fae in the woods here, and he had concern.
Why did he give you something to give me something?
I know.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, 'cause you are a child. And he looks at Dee Dee, and you
Yes.
don't want to know a lot of the things that we do.
We don't do nothing bad.
No, we've never done nothing bad. Bluff checks.
Dee Dee's just pouting at this point.
Capper's plus 11 bluff.
Yeah.
It goes a pretty good distance, actually.
Oh, +6. Oh shit, what do I got? 6 plus Dugganschmirph. I think his bluff is maxed out, so it should be okay.
Capper obviously does something bad. 29. Hey, maybe not.
I don't do nothing bad.
Don't listen to them, Phoebe.
28
They're
for
all right.
Dugan.
Most days.
So
So what am I supposed to do with the token?
I'm supposed to witness it, and you're supposed to reform the council.
What? What fucking council?
Council of the Seasons.
Oh, fine. All right. Okay. Well, hang on. I gotta get the token. It's in my bag. Just a second. It's here. It's not here. That's not it. No.
Did you lose it?
No, I didn't lose it. Got it here somewhere. It's a piece of string. There's a quill for writing in case I want to write a letter someday. Now here, could you hold that?
No.
Hang on here. Oh, here's a set of keys. I have no idea what they're for. Here it is. I found the locket. Here to go.
You only take keys vindictively because you have no use for them.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That's it. That's the only reason.
This would be aggravating for someone.
I'm gonna be late for work.
Okay. Do you hand her the locket?
He opens the locket.
Okay. Are you pointing it at yourself or are you pointing at her?
He's pointing at it himself because he does not want to give away good things.
Okay. Within the locket, there is this symbol of a tree. It's this holy symbol that didn't mean a damn thing to you before. didn't mean too much to you later. You saw something similar to it in the shrines room in Faenfar.
Okay. Oh, so the tree locket. Yeah, that's right. This one?
Do you turn it towards her or no?
Yeah.
Okay. She sees it. Her body goes rigid. A sort of magical mouth appears from her face and begins to speak in a much deeper female voice. Un momento. The proclamation of the court falls ill. The time for renewal, the time for growth, the time for death, and the time to repose. The champions of the four all grow weak and weary. Atlantia has corrupted the proclamation. It is time for power to be reborn. Find Gerbil, find Milvander Fuzz, find Aguafell, find Ohan Chol. Their fates are unknown. Save me, and save the Fae.
Can you give me those names again, or?
Gerbil, Melander Fuzz, Aguafell, and Ohan Chol. Phoebe sort of collapses and is sleeping.
What was the last? Melandra Fuzz.
Here, I will copy and paste
Yes.
into the chat
Let's do that.
because the names are weird. It's your fault for picking a bunch of Fae.
Not a lot of Fae named Bob.
And if a Fae named Bob is explicitly somebody who's taking the piss, you know.
Yeah.
And I spelled all those names a different way.
Yeah, same here. All right, thank you.
Adam's brain doesn't work the same way Marty's brain does when it comes to spelling.
Hooked on phonics works for me.
We all heard this?
Yes,
Or at
it was
Capra,
a statement.
Capra, Dee Dee, Dugan, I guess Kev is in the room.
Yep.
Sure.
Atlantia's allied with the
So,
Iron Walker. Seriously.
Kev,
Yep.
give me a reactive use magic device check to emulate erase.
Sure. Do I get? Well, I should have really maxed that shit out. Okay, here we go. Do I get to add a bonus
Do you have a
to
circle?
it? A circular persuasion.
Yeah, that should add to that.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Circulate. All right, here we go. On D20 plus 13. 20.
Okay. You missed the first part of the message as you couldn't hear it. You think that you need to be. You think that Fae can hear it. You're not hearing it initially. Do you turn into a Fae?
Is anyone look and not in front of these? There's a stranger danger.
Strange danger. Okay, so Kev did not hear the message.
Okay.
All right.
Xerxes allied with Iron Walker. She's an enemy. No, sorry, Atlantia is allied with Iron Walker.
Yeah, and that's bad. And what happened to her?
Kev was like poking her with the bow. Hey, you okay?
Hey there, guy. Poker.
Hey!
So
You'd be nice.
okay, so we're supposed.
Dee Dee will scoop up Phoebe and do a lay on hands, try to wake her up.
Okay, she does rouse. She is tired. I mean, I think you actually cure. Do you cure fatigue now?
Fatigue and diseases, yep.
Oh, yeah, so she's
Nice.
no longer tired.